Hi, and welcome to the SMG Diverse Show, episode 128. Today we've got 10 artists around the world going to feature their songs, all of them fantastic. The music's going to be reviewed today by five people at least, as usual. We've got Ben Castle from the Coach's Corner. Introduce yourself quickly, Benjamin.
I'm doing okay. You should check out the Coach's Corner because we give out tips for entrepreneurs and do interviews and things like that.
You're absolutely fantastic, dude. This is your debut today, and I put you in the spot, make you speak first. Kevin Mann, who's at UK Independent Radio? Just quickly, dude.
Hello there. I'm a former award-winning internet radio broadcaster with an internet radio show with a international flavour.
Doc, who's the Doc?
This is Doc Dog. I do a show called Doghouse on MD Pod Hub with my phenomenal producer, Magpie Sally. Thanks for being here.
Pleasure. Steve Andrews, Captain Greenbeard, Captain Redbeard, with our two reviewers tonight. Just in a nutshell, who's Steve and who's Mark? Steve first.
I'm Steve Andrews, originally from Cardiff, where I was given the title Bard of Ely, which I'm also known as, by Big Issue magazine that I used to have a column in. These days I live in Portugal. I've got a green beard, as you can see. I'm a singer-songwriter and an author, and poet and activist, and I do a lot of things.
Mark Story, who are you before we get to your section in the track? Here be Monsters.
Yeah, I'm Mark Story. I'm a blues rock artist from Hertfordshire in the UK, and I've just been releasing my debut solo album on Halloween this year.
You're absolutely brilliant, Mark. Right, so that's who's reviewing the music. Well, maybe when Steve and Mark and Ben have got their songs playing, we'll let other people review it in their spot. So, Mark Story, tell me about Here Be Monsters, brother. What was the story behind that one?
Okay, well, Here Be Monsters is one of the earlier tracks I wrote for the album. It took me about 2 years to do this album because I basically did everything on it. So everything you hear is me. Everything you see is me because I did the video. I'm really proud of this video, actually. It's a bit spooky, like most of my stuff, very dark. But this is track 3 on the album, and it's called Here Be Monsters.
Absolutely fantastic, Mark. Love you to bits, dude. Sit back and enjoy. If you've not heard this yet, just be prepared to be blown away. The man does everything in this, including making the world-class video. Watch. Enjoy. Honestly, you cannot even stop his outros, man. They're just Mark, love you to bits, dude. I know you mentioned me in there somewhere, but I'm not even going to wait for it. Dude, you turned my heart red. You're red hot, man. Fantastic. Eh?
Rocking, rocking.
Yeah.
Coach's corner. Coach, then Kevin, then Dog. What was your thoughts here, guys?
Got a great groove. Dong,
Thank
dang, 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 dong, dang. It's just sort of how it moves the song along.
Oh, well said, man. Well said. Sorry, I was multitasking. Kevin, I thought you were going to just talk on. Kev, then Dog.
I'm going to say very catchy, very fun to listen to, and also fantastic for Halloween. Not only that, but it is a very highly polished record.
Well said,
Thank
well
you.
said. We'll go Dog, then we'll go Justin, and then Nathan. Steve, you review Mark enough here. We'll just let Justin say something about this. I think he was enjoying it. Dog, what's your thoughts here?
Damn, Mark, that was rocking, but that was bumping and rocking. I was my first time yesterday on here, and you impressed me so much yesterday. And then just this blew my mind, dude. I love the bottom, love the video, your vocals, man, and I love the guitar solo. It was just excellent all the way around, man. I give you the horns, dude. Excellent job.
Thanks, brother.
Said, well
Oh,
said. Justin?
Yeah, I'll echo what everyone else said. It was great. I put this in the chat, right off the bat, love the guitar tone, and the texture that you have for your voice is perfect for the monster concept, like extra musically. It really communicates that. I may have asked you this on a different show. Do you do the drumming as well?
Yeah, I program it. Yeah, I do everything. I program the drums and everything else is like everything else is bass and drums and guitar
Yeah,
and
no, I
stuff.
mean it's also great. It all works together. Um, there was only one moment, I think, where you just came back to the head, like at the end, where my composer ear, my classical composer ear, wanted to hear a shift, like a key change or something, and then it just went back to the tonic. But other than that, like I was just grooving the whole rest of the time. Love it, love it.
Yeah, thanks, man.
yep.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well said, well said. Nathan, what was your thoughts before we get to your section, dude?
Look, I'm lucky enough to have heard a number of Mark's songs, and I've got them on my YouTube. And it's always cool to hear Mark's songs. That one's toe tapping, great. And I've said this before. I'll say it again. I'll probably say it again after this. Mark has a sound, and when you hear it and you feel it, that's Mark's story. That's great stuff, man. It's awesome.
Well said.
Thanks.
His album's out in Halloween. Everyone, see, if everyone buys his album, I'll promote your albums, right? So Mark Story, you need to. But his debut album, he's only 40. What age is he, Mark? He's an old fat, and he's just getting his first album out there. Let's support him, man. Everybody, let me take back Mark Story. Till next time.
Cheers, brother. Thanks for the comments. Cheers.
So from the UK, we're going down under, not to Aussie, we're going to New Zealand. Medusa Glare, introduce yourself, my man. What's the story behind your song, Missing Souls?
No, and we're not missing souls. Your master says. You must have just said that with a Cornish accent.
Oh, no,
mate.
no,
That's
no.
all good.
Your master says, yeah, man, look at the state of my
Yeah,
book.
no.
Your
So
master says, I'm
um,
sorry.
it's all good. It's all good. It's early, right? Oh, it's early here. So recently, we reunited with our original singer from back in 2014, and we got back together over Christmas, and he came back into the band, which is fantastic. And we started writing, and we're halfway now through writing an album. And so we just yesterday released, or Friday, so it's yesterday for me, released this song, Your Master Says, and it's pretty much about the perils and pitfalls of being tied to social media. We've all seen the younger generation walking around glued to their phones, constant beeping and whizzing going on and checking in online, and about how easy it is to become a slave to your device and lose sight of the world around you. It's a pretty dark song, to be fair. And the video that you're about to see's got the lyrics, so you'll be able to pick up on the theme of it. But it's about getting tied into that a little bit too much and sort of losing yourself. And we're all guilty of checking our phones probably once or twice too often. So maybe there's a warning in there.
Hey, do you know something? Every single song that you guys do is world class, man. So I'd sit back and enjoy another marvelous piece from
Cool.
Music Layer. Your master says, and yeah, I'm sorry for the mix up there a second ago.
No worries.
Top 10. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
Now your master said no expense will be spared, and your master said see things that ain't there, and your master said stay calm with distraction, and your master said my whispers are like actions. It's coming back. You know it's gonna get you on the way down. Now your master said, speak my words like invitations. And your master said, use your phones like incantations. And your master said, read and write with a blindfold. And your master said, with your hands tied behind your back. It's coming back. You know it's gonna get you on the way down. And your master said, you never met but you know me. And your master said, I found a gap and you sold me. And your master said, I tricked you with romance. And your master said, it's like watching an avalanche. It's coming back. You know it's gonna get you on the way
We don't know how we know. We're just here. Alex first. Let's go Dog, Kevin, then Ben this time.
Okay.
Man, I'll tell you what, my head was banging the whole time, dude. It just had that raw primal rock sound to it, and that was well put together. I'm a percussionist. I love the low end. I love the bass, the drums, your vocals, the guitar solo, dude. Very, very well put together, guys. Very, very great job.
Thanks,
Well
Doc.
said, well said. Kev, then Ben.
That track got me from the intro, really, because it was just the intro really did set the stall for the rest of the track. A fantastic riff as well. I really did dig that. A very soulful voice, fantastic message, and great lyrics.
Thanks,
Well said,
Kevin.
well said, well
Cheers.
said. Ben Castle, then Redbeard.
Yeah, I agree with previous guy. The intro was really great. Great tone, great guitar tone, great rhythm, nice crunch. It was kind of reminded me of some Genesis songs, and but the voice of the tone of the singer's voice is just really perfect, like perfect rock. It's a really nice blend.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Honestly, wait to hear the rest of the stuff then, dude. It's just fantastic. So Mark, Steve, and then Don and Kathy, you can say something as well because you're the next guest. So Redbeard, Greenbeard, Don and Kathy.
Yeah, hell yeah, it's Medusa Glare. That's my new catchphrase. Nathan, you know, I'm very familiar with your music, as you know, as you are with mine. I've listened to a lot of your stuff. I've got to say, man, you've really taken it up and up. Well, not just one notch, about 10 notches with this track. I mean, it's brutal. It's great. I love it. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Brilliant.
Thanks, Mark. Thank you.
Well said, well said. Steve Andrews, then Don and Kathy.
Nathan, I just thought it was top quality production all the way around, all the way through. The vocals are great, the lyrics are great, and the music, you know, just works so well. So, yeah, just a fantastic job all around. And there was one other thing I wanted to say as well. You were talking about, you know, how people are so like connected to their phones, you know, like Elon Musk was warning about that years ago. He was saying that like we were already cyborgs, is what he was saying. And you know, it's something that it's very easy to see. You know, you only have to go like get on the bus, go on the train, walk down the street, go to the shop, whatever, and you're going to see all these people plugged into their phones. So, yeah.
Honestly, well said. You know something, like these kids, they're smarter than we've ever been. As long as they've got the power on. As soon as the power goes out, like they've got kind of physically do anything. And I'm not putting them down, but yeah, they're much smarter on the spot. There's no arguments about who's right and all that. Like we used to have. We used to fight because we thought everybody was right and all that. Well, you can't even trust Google either. Right enough. Don and Kathy, what was your thoughts before we get to your section?
I loved it. The vocals are amazing. When I first heard it, I had like undertones of like Metallica. He heard something else, but he's a guitar player, so he hears.
Yeah,
other
I
things.
heard like.
But I thought it was great. I really enjoyed it.
I heard like George Lynch coming out. It was fantastic, man. It was really good, real great. Everything was well done. Drums, bass, very good production.
The whole thing was great.
Very good.
And spot on.
Well said. Medusa Glare, Nathan, we love you to bits. It's early in the morning, so you're probably staying around for the rest of the show. If you need to go, you need to go, but stay around.
No, I'm here for the duration, my friend. It's a fair play. I'll make sure everyone gets heard and seen by myself.
Fantastic.
Yeah, don't you worry.
From New Zealand, then we're heading up to Florida for Don and Kathy, the Jupiter's Envy. And sorry, your song is the Missing Souls one that I tried to introduce as Nathan's there. So tell me the story behind Missing Souls.
Missing Souls is basically about all the musicians that we've lost, how certain rhythms, like you hear the beginning of the song is where it started from. I heard Johnny Cash, so of course it just progressed from there. But it's basically about different musicians, how they've influenced us, how we will never forget them, and that's basically it. It's like each song that we do is totally different than the next. No one song sounds like the other. So
hey, you're not selling yourselves to me. I know how great you are. Sit back and enjoy. If you've not seen them yet, you're just going to fall in love with them. Jupiter's Envy, Don and Kathy McCormick. One love. Song 3 of 10. Jupiter's Envy. Tell No Lies. Absolutely fantastic. Let's hear what the three co-hosts have got to say. Well, the radio people. We'll go Kevin, Ben, Dog.
First of all, I've got to say, give your drummer and the guy who did the guitar solo a rose. They really did play their socks off in that track. Second of all, I really liked the melody. I liked the whole entire vibe. It made me feel like I was going on a road trip across America. Some great singing there and some great lyrics too.
Thank you.
Thank you much. Thank you very much.
Yeah, strong lyrics, great blues riff. The 12-bar blues, it's still alive and kicking. That's where it really sort of struck home and brought back a lot of the reminiscence of those previous musicians that have died. All my friends who have died. And all my friends who have died. And that kind of, yeah.
Well said, well said. Dog, and then we'll go Nathan, and then Glenn, who's also the next guest. So
I thought it was great vocals. I mean, real nice tight drums. The bumping bass, burning guitar. I heard you guys yesterday. I was so impressed, and even more impressed today, guys. So phenomenal job, great job.
Thank you.
Thank you much. Thank you.
well
Thank you.
said, dude, well said. So Nathan, and then Glenn, what's your thoughts?
I loved it. I really enjoyed the sort of rockabilly vibe right out the gate. I could have
Yep.
sworn it was a Telecaster until I saw it wasn't a Telecaster. Is it a Kramer with the aluminium
Yes,
neck?
it is.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, great song. Just the way the whole song flowed was really neat. And you know, as I always say, that's a toe tapper. I'm sitting here tapping my foot. You had me at the start,
Awesome.
right
Thanks.
the way through. Awesome.
Well
Thank you.
said, well
Thank you
said.
much.
Glenn Hofbauer is also the next guest here.
Yeah, I don't have much to add other than what everybody else said. My foot was tapping too from the get-go. So, I love the up-tempo. It was a good mix. I liked the storyline of the song. I thought that was great. So, very well done. Very well done. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you much.
Well said. That's Donny Cathy, the Jupiter's Envy. Love you to bits. Till the next time. So from Florida, we're heading to Illinois. Glenn Hofbauer as well, another mainstay on the show here. Introduce yourself on the story behind "Shine on Me."
Yeah, so this is off a couple albums ago, and I was leaning heavy into some bluegrass songs for that track. And I just had the opening line for this. I'm sure any songwriter has the same experience. You wake up at 2:00 in the morning and you've got a line, and I had a melody, and I had to get out of bed as much as I hated to, but at least get it down and get the first melody down. And so it just grew from there. So
Everything
pretty
you
simple
do-
track.
Everything you do is marvelous, Glenn. I think it's the second time you've been on this week. I love you to bits, man. Sit back and enjoy this marvelous guy, Glenn Hofbauer. "Shine on Me," and this is song 4 of 10. Steve Andrews, you're next.
Shelter me from the wind, that cold nor'easter that's blowing in. May I step in out of this rain and warm my bones beside your flame. You welcome me in with a smile. Inside your cabin is warm and dry. I shake the cold off of my coat. Notice the rain has turned to snow. And when you shine your light on me, there's no place I'd rather be. I shine on you, and you shine on me. We share stories into the night, in the warm glow of firelight. You say it's late, why don't you stay? Then grab your fiddle and start to play. dies. It's finally time to say goodnight. I fall gently into your bed as dreams take flight inside my head. And when you shine your light on me, there's no place I'd rather be. I shine on you, and you shine on me. I shine on you, and you shine on me.
Absolutely beautiful stuff. Let's go. Ben Castle, Dog, Kevin.
Hey, that was really kind of a masterpiece, little song. It's a love song. The fiddle playing was awesome. It was a nice recording. Yeah, it would have worked on a million country stations, and sounds great.
Well said, isn't it? Doc.
Thank you.
Definitely a bluegrass piece, and it was great. I mean, I love your vocals. I love your voice. You know, the melody was kind of like, it's inviting. It's like, it kind of takes you along with it, and you could flow with the song and the lyrics and stuff. So, great job.
Thank you.
Well said, well said. Kevin, Mark, and then Steve is also the next guest. Kevin and Mark.
High production values there. A very simple, effective piece that has quite a lot of charm to it. I thought that initially, I really like the very simple melody, and it's so simple. It works so well, and it could not just be bluegrass, but it's so accessible that it could go quite mainstream in that sense that anyone could actually access it.
Well, thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I actually did win an award with this song, believe it or not. So now I can claim to be an award-winning songwriter.
We believe it. We believe it.
Great
Kevin,
job.
get it in your radio station. Captain Redbeard, Captain Greenbeard.
Glenn, it's good to see you again, man.
Yeah, you too, Mark.
Great song, soothing, heartwarming. Like the pictures in the video fitted it perfectly. It just makes you feel all cozy and warm inside, and I'm sure that's what you set out to do, and you achieved it.
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Mark.
Well said, Mark. Steve Andrews, what was your thoughts here, dude?
Glenn, I thought it was great. I thought it was excellent vocals, lyrics. I thought the song was catchy, and I thought the fiddle playing in it was really good. That made it as well. So I'm not surprised you won an award with that, because it deserves it.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, the fiddle was my good friend Carter Green. He contributes mandolin, fiddle, and drums when I have drums. So yeah, thank you, Steve.
You're
Well
welcome.
said, Glenn,
It
well
sounded
said.
great all round.
Until the next week. Get you back on again next week, Glenn. Love you to bits. Glenn Hoffbauer. So from Illinois, we're heading over to Portugal for Steve Andrews and his song Butterfly in My Beard. Can you introduce the story behind that song, Steve?
Yeah, I help butterflies. I often keep caterpillars and release the butterflies, and I give talks on butterflies. I write books about butterflies. Butterflies are a big part of my life, and I have really had like a butterfly like on my beard, so that's where the idea came from. I've got a fake butterfly here, which I'm going to put in, which was made by my friend Sarah, who's from Portugal. And when I do a live gig, I always do this song because people love this song. And I put the butterfly in my beard, and sometimes I get a round of applause for doing that before I've even done anything, you know. And in the song, the second verse tells the story of, I say, they called me the bug man in the news one time.
Oh, yeah.
And they did, like in the South Wales Echo, it said something like, Bugman Steve Andrews likes to come eye to eye with the insect world, is what it actually said. And see, I can even remember that without even getting you the paper, the cutting out here. But so as I know that, and so that was what the second verse was based on, like this reality. And I say, It gets plenty of views. A hissing cockroach on my head gets plenty of views. And that was also in the same newspaper report. There was a photo of me with a Madagascan hissing cockroach on my head. And how that came about is I was actually keeping these insects, and the reporter that came to my house was a photographer, and he said, if you can put one of those cockroaches on your head, that'll look good. So, of course, I put the cockroach, and he gets that. So that went out with it as well. So that's real. Then the third verse, I say, make a butterfly and fly with me, say yeah. And this is the one I can always get everybody joining in, because I say, like, make a butterfly. This is how you make a butterfly. You see, this is how you do it.
Actually,
So everybody makes butterflies, and people can say yeah, and sometimes I keep that one going, say yeah, and I get a whole load of people saying yeah and making butterflies. And then I repeat the last verse again, because and I said, like, you all know it now, so let's do it again, and stuff like that. But what you're going to see now, you're going to see the actual video which was made, and I'm just going to say, like, shout out again for Jace Lewis, because Jace Lewis produced this track, and it's on this album, Songs of the Now and Then, which, as you can see, has got butterflies all over, like the cover artwork, and butterflies inside it. And so there we are. So butterflies, butterfly in my beard, butterfly in my beard. This is how you make a butterfly, and say, yeah, Sparky.
I'll be joining in, and this is the most naturally gifted entertainer you'll ever see. If you don't know Steve Andrews yet, just sit back and we just prepare to be in awe. He's got songs of every single genre, man. Enjoy, very special guy. I love you, Steve. This is song 5 of 9, by the way. Wilton can make it, so there's only 4 more after this.
I had a butterfly in my beard, oh yeah. I had a butterfly in my beard, oh yeah. I had a butterfly in my beard. It looked pretty strange, it looked pretty weird. I had a butterfly in my beard, oh yeah. They called me the bug man on the news one time. They called me the bug man on the news one time. They called me the bug man on the news. A hissing cockroach on my head got plenty of views. They called me the bug man on the news one time. Say yeah, yeah. Make a butterfly and fly with me. Say yeah, yeah. Make a butterfly and fly with me. Go anywhere and be really free. Make a butterfly and fly with me. Say yeah, say yeah.
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 Swear to God, Steve Andrews concert, man. I think you could sell it Wembley, bud. I swear to God, man. Absolutely love you, bud. Honestly, so much. Kevin, Doc, Ben, in fact, Benjamin, you're the next guest, so I'll let you do the 5th review. It just makes more sense here. So let's go Kevin, Doc, and then who would like to say something? Don and Kathy. Kevin, Doc, and Don and Kathy, first 3, please.
The lyrics were the standout of this particular track. It was really simple, really catchy as well. And it's you could really sort of almost join in and sing along to a certain degree. The guitars were nice, simple, but effective. Really liked it. It really went well, and there was just nice, almost bluesy atmosphere to the whole thing.
Well said, man. Honestly, well said, well
Yeah,
said.
thank you, Kevin. Yeah, I mean, a lot of my songs are kind of bluesy. The basics are kind
So
of blues.
Doc, and then Don and Kathy.
I think it was inventive, lyrical. I think it was masterful and a great video, great song. I was impressed yesterday with you. I'm even more impressed today. So great job.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well said, well said. And Don and Kathy.
I was singing right along with you. You know I love it. There's, I can't say anything bad. Everything's good about it. I just love it makes you want to sing.
Sing along. It was great.
Fantastic. So Nathan and then Benjamin Bencasso. What was your thoughts there? And then we'll get to the next section. Who is
Thank you, Don and Kathy.
a real treat coming up
baby.
next. Oh. right, awesome. Nathan
You can do
and then
Dragonfly
Bencasso.
now.
Again, much like Mark, I've been privileged to hear a number of Steve's songs. Every time I hear one, it always makes me smile. They're usually happy songs like Butterflies in My Beard is, but they're always thought-provoking songs as well. So it makes you look at life, and obviously the production's always pretty sharp, and I just love the honesty of your music, Steve. It's fantastic.
Thank you, Nathan.
Well said, well said. Bencasso, is your thoughts before we get to your section?
It reminded me of that Iggy Pop song from Repo Man. I'll turn you into a toadstool, but it had that groove and rhythm that was nice. Bring us back to the blues and where it all started.
Thank you so much because, the blues are a big part of my life, and like I said, a lot of my songs are kind of blues based, and I've been very into blues. And
I'm going to say it again. Sorry, and you go, Steve.
It's kind of a happy song, although I just see Justin has just said he wasn't expecting it to be so edgy. I think the edginess that was just Jace Lewis was producing it, and we had this idea. But actually, what I haven't told any of you, that there is some kazoo playing on it, and I said to Jace, could we have some slide? And so he's playing the slide, and I was playing the kazoo, and there's a little instrumental break in it.
Jimi
And
Hendrix.
that's how it happened. But if I play this like a live gig somewhere, it's completely different. It's just me and the guitar and a butterfly, of course, and make a butterfly and say yeah.
It's fantastic, honestly. When he says Chase Lewis has had #1 hits in the global charts. I'll let him tell you who if he wants to. And Steve Andrews, I'll say it again. If you've not seen Britain's Got Talent, Steve Andrews, check it out. Especially you, Johnny. I think you'll love it.
Thank you,
He gets all the girls in the crowd up in the stage to stand by him when he sings "Stand By Me." He's a natural born entertainer. Anyway, from Portugal, Steve Andrews. Next time, love you, man. Cheers. Right. From Portugal, we're heading to California. Bencasso, this is a real treat. Tell us, introduce yourself and the story behind A Dream Within a Dream.
Well, I'm Ben Barnes, aka Bencasso. I play the violin, the guitar, and I sing. I've had a few bands that have done pretty well, and this track is called A Dream Within a Dream. It's about being a young kid and wanting to kill my mother. And how many of us have had a traumatic childhood? Well, my mother had schizophrenia, and she was very paranoid type. And so I was playing violin at a wedding gig back in 1992. And after I played, there was a jazz band that got on. They asked me to sit in with them, so I sat in with them. And when I finished that, I got off stage, and this guy came up to me and told me he was Jason Newsted of Metallica, and would I like to come out to the studio and do some recording with them? And I said, yeah, of course. Well, we did a fusion track, and then didn't hear from him for a couple of years. Then I called him with a demo tape that I made on this Tascam tape to tape 8-track, and I wanted to know what he thought of it, because I was thinking about trying to get a band together and do something. And he invited me out to listen to it, and then he told me that he wanted to record it. So this is one of the songs from that session, which was a pretty amazing session. He taught me a lot of things that Bob Rock did in his production, using three-dimensional amp, a near amp and a far amp, and 2 mics, and for every instrument, which is really great. And the music was, at the time I was really studying flamenco guitar, and this is a chord progression that is reminiscent of the flamenco style, and the lyrics are they're pretty telling. Anyway.
Dude, it's an absolute honour to have you here. You're very humble. He's a severely well-connected guy, so he is. Sit back and enjoy. First of many appearances. A top family member. Ben Castle with A Dream Within a Dream. This is song 6 of 9. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. One love.
A dream within a dream has no substance, so it seems. So I must rub my head. I dreamt that when you went, you were a hell and glory band. I'm making that young boy dead. You A dream within a dream, as all substance so it seems. I was clear my head. I dreamt that what you were, you were hell and glory meant of making that young boy dead.
Wow, Ben Castle. I'm going to allow everybody to say something about that. It's just super. Do it in a circle here, if that's all right. Don and Kathy, then Mark. Don and
Very
Kathy.
nice. I thought it was great, man. Very different. I loved the lyrics with the music. It was not expected. It was very cool. Very cool. Loved it.
Nice.
Well said, well said. Redbeard, Greenbeard.
Yeah, was that a Paso Doble I heard there? That was fantastic. I mean, it's really different, as Don said. And I love the whole string thing and the percussion in the background, the way your vocals sort of climb over the top of it and do their thing. Yeah, it was great. It's really unique. So, yeah, 10 out of 10.
Thank you.
Well said, well said. Steve Andrews and Johnny.
Well, I said in the chat that I love how this develops, which is true, because, and what I mean by that in a way is I wasn't sure what was going to happen next, and so each thing that was happening in it was really really interesting and really really good, and my overall impression, when I listened to the song, was I could really see that in a film. It would fit in the soundtrack of a film. And that's what I thought of it. So yeah, it was top quality work.
Probably already is, Steve. I mean, it probably already is. But world class. Johnny, then Glenn.
Yeah, it was like a hypnotic journey. It was like, not the type of thing I'm normally going to, but I felt I was in Paris, then Cuba.
Yeah.
And you're right, it could have been in a film. It was just, I found myself just hypnotized in a good way.
Absolutely brilliant. It's called the Diverse Show it's not called the Diverse Show for no reason, is it?
No, it's great.
Glenn, Nick, you're the next guest, so you can leave the last comment. So go Glenn and then Nathan.
Yeah, that was just wonderful put together. So were you playing the violin?
Violin, viola, guitar.
All the above. Wow. Very impressive. Well done. Very well done. So yeah, I love the chord progression throughout and the feel and the vibe of the song, and just kind of want to move along with it. So very well done.
Well said. Nathan, then UKI.
Yeah, I kind of got a sort of Middle Eastern Arabian vibe from it, as well as the sort of flamenco piece, through that style as well. But I really loved the arrangement. I just loved how it sort of flowed, and it had peaks and troughs, which is a really New Zealand way of saying crescendo, I suppose. But it was it was captivating, and that's probably the word to describe that piece, captivating. So awesome work.
Well said. Kevin, then Doc.
That was a track full of imagery for me. It kind of made me think Summer Holiday meets Murder Mystery. Initially, because like I felt like there was been a murder, like there was like a whole mystery around it as well. It's like on this beach somewhere or some exotic location. It was really, really dark, and I love dark tracks like that. It was quite meaty in that sense, and also I really like the way it ended as well. The outro. I don't normally mention about outros, and they're kind of overlooked, but the outro here is actually really good.
It was fantastic. It's the type of music you'll hear in the background of Michelin star restaurants, isn't it? It's like it's like the classiest stuff you can get, you know. Doc, then Justin, then Nick.
It was incredible. It really was well produced, well put together, and just phenomenal job. Great job.
Well said, well said. Justin Rayner, what was your thoughts there, brother?
Yeah, I was trying to put my finger on it, like from a rhythmic standpoint, in terms of you're saying you were studying flamenco and stuff, because I know metrically, like flamenco is a lot of 12/8 with the really complex compasses, like the rhythmic patterns that they use for it. But I was hearing the four, but I was also hearing the little triplet in there. So actually, I'm looking at one of my references going, it's a really nice fusion of feels and styles. And obviously, I always tip my hat to anything that leans Spanish because, I mean, growing up in America, like my brain is very Americanized, and I try sometimes to find that Spanish feel, that Spanish flavor, and it's hard, it's challenging, and you did it very, very well.
Well said, dude. Well said. I don't know what's happened to your mic, Justin. It's a lot quieter than it usually is. Nick, what was your thoughts before we get to your section? Because you're the next guest.
Yeah. You want my opinion?
Yeah, please.
I thought it sounded like a Hungarian folk tune. I really, it took me away. It was mesmerizing. I was in another place. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah, I don't know where to do the reviews.
No, here, man. You know, you're up next. So that was Ben Castle. Until the next time, as our guest, he's the co-host here tonight. One of the co-hosts. So that was guest 6 of 9. Now we're heading for California, over to Georgia/Florida. It goes between the two states. Nick the Troubadour. Introduce yourself, Nick. And what's the story behind it's a protest song when ICE comes to town?
Yeah, this is one of my most recent songs. I mean, it's kind of obvious. It's about the news of the day. I just put out an album of just political kind of protest, current event songs. Some of them are actually old, but this is one of the newest ones. And it's literally a sympathetic look at what's going on. I mean, it's scary. Some of the things that are happening, not just in the U.S., but I mean, this song is specifically about that. And I had this thought one day. I picked up one of the guitars, and I thought of kind of a Johnny Cash rhythm, and thought this could be something. And the reason I wanted to bring it up here is just that it's got a fair amount of attention. I mean, you look at what's just happened here just in the last few days. We had another attack, not only on ICE themselves, but the ICE facility was attacked by someone who is just super anti-immigrant, and I don't see that anymore. I don't see why we need the violence.
Can I butt in there as well, Dave? Like, see, it's a great reason to write a song. Look, we're all one in this world, and immigrants are an integral part of society. Right. As long as they're bringing something to your country, we can't go to other countries unless and especially if you're not going to follow their way of life. It's like, hey, good for having the balls to do it. I've got the balls to feature it for you. So, yeah, we're going through the same over here in the UK. But we love everybody. We're all the same. We're all one. But hey, illegal immigration, no. Sit back and enjoy.
Well, I'd like to mention, if I may, my mother was born in England. My grandmother was born and raised in Essex. So we know the immigrant story from that perspective. And my other half of my family's Hungarian. They came in 1900 something or other, 7, I don't know. And so we were not that long immigrants ourselves.
Hey, that's the
and
thing.
really some mic.
A couple of generations back, we've all come from somewhere else, and like nowadays, if we want to go to Australia or we want to go to New Zealand or Canada, you need to have money in the bank. You need to be bringing trades with you. You need to be bringing stuff to the countries, like not
Right.
free for all stuff. So sit back and enjoy this anyway. It might offend some people. If it does, we're sorry in advance, aren't we, Nick? But at the end of the day, no, it needs to be pointed out, and this is Nick's way of doing it. Sit back and enjoy. When ice come to town, Nick the Troubadour.
Great show.
One love.
When you send ice into town, it's bad news for the folks who are blue and brown. It's like no justice is seen, and we're just part of their machine. Oh, we hope Old Glory still waves, and I'm praying Jesus still saves. I see agents dressed in their masks, as if they're ashamed of the task. I see the National Guards in LA, till Mayor Bass said no fucking way. Oh, is this now our fate? And do we live in a police state? Is there still freedom to be found? I ask as ice comes to town. Maybe one day all this can melt away, and we can have more peaceful sound. A land where freedom can be found, and there's no more ice coming around, and there's no more ice around.
Nick the Troubadour.
Hey, how you doing?
Love it, love it, love it. Now, let's see how we're going to do this time. Let's go Greenbeard, Redbeard. Steve writes a lot of activist songs and stuff like that from nature and everything else. Steve, and then Mark, what was your thoughts? And then we'll get to the radio guys, and then Justin, you're next, so you can say something as well.
Yes, Sparky, I do indeed love protest songs, and I write protest songs myself, and I'm very much connected with that part of music. And Nick, I thought that was excellent. I've said in the chat that it reminded me of Johnny Cash, and that's a real compliment because I'm a Johnny Cash fan. It had that, I could imagine him actually doing that song, and you did it to that quality. And then when you started playing the harmonica, actually, Mark Story, Captain Redbeard, knows I love harmonica. So when you came in with that was the finishing bit for me. I thought, oh, fantastic, love the harmonica. So yeah, great song, great performance.
I do try to include harmonica in nearly every track.
Well said. Talk about harmonica. Here's Mr. Harmonica, Redbeard. What was your thoughts here, brother?
Yeah, Nick, top marks, mate. Top marks. I mean, it is really scary what is going on. I mean, I'm the son of an immigrant, first generation immigrant. My mother was Maltese. She came over into England in the 1950s, and she was a victim of racial abuse. And it carries on and it carries on. And the sad thing is, over in America, in England at the moment, there's a kind of a movement that wants to emulate what's going on in America. So it's all quite scary. But it's great that musicians like yourself are standing up and saying how you feel with your music. You know, it's you know, it's almost like going back to the 1960s again. You know, we are the voices that try and send common sense. So yeah, full marks, man, and I fully 100% empathize with the lyrics and the message in that song. 100%.
Thank you.
Well said, well
You're
said.
welcome.
Kevin, then Doc.
I got to admit, I loved the minimalist aspect of the track. It was just you and a guitar and a fantastic mouth organ. Um, some very powerful lyrics there as well, and I've got to commend you on the lyrics as they are pretty much the showpiece of that track. You've got a very unusual and great voice too, and I just think it was overall a fantastic package.
I appreciate it.
Said, brother, well said. Doc, then Bencasso.
I was like, it's kind of hard going last because everybody says what you want to say before you. So it's kind of hard in that aspect. But I just want to tell you, it definitely resonates what's the truth and what's happening. And just keep it going. But I mean, it's more power to you, and hopefully things will change. But great job.
I appreciate that.
Things are
It's
going
very
to change.
important that
Things
we
are going
speak
to
up.
change. But none of this is like natural causes. It's all caused by the beat, the bass that run the world. You know, they cause it all. You know, so they're trying to ruin our Western society, make us all communists. We don't want it. Doc, then Bencasso. No, Bencasso, then Justin. I'm sorry, I made a mistake there.
That was a really great song. Brought back like all the protest songs of the civil rights movement, and this is a civil rights issue that you really brought out a lot of the down home truth about what the country is supposed to be and what it's not.
Well said, well said. Do you know, here sometimes I think we'd be better with an emperor or like a dictator, because you know who's running the score. If you've not, you've got people running shit in society in secret, and then that's the trouble we're in. Justin, what was your thoughts? And you're the next guest.
Yeah, so well, first of all, it was giving me some of Chris Cornell Unplugged vibes with harmonica, so that was really cool. I don't write protest songs personally, but I do recognize the need and the importance for voice in of all the issues. I think my default is, as a Christian and as a believer, is to just point to the answer, but that's also like my peaceful human nature. Like that's my personality. Is I'm a peaceful person, so I don't like direct confrontation, so I don't approach it directly. I just point and go, "There's the answer," right? But the voice is very important, and there are people that were designed to do that. So thank you for living up to what your calling is in that. When people like myself aren't created for that task, but yeah, the minimalism of it really helps highlight the words and the voice and communicate that message very clearly. So great job.
Well said, everyone.
Appreciate that.
Nick the Troubadour until the next time. Well, brother, right.
Yeah.
So from Georgia, he's in Georgia tonight, over to Tennessee. Introduce yourself, Justin, and the story behind Not Against Flesh and Blood, abbreviated NAFB.
Yeah, so my name's Justin Reyna. I'm an award-winning multi-genre composer, producer, and artist. And with a lot of today's songs, I feel like I should have brought some of my rock project music. But since it is the diverse show, we're going to get diverse. We're going to do a little bit of Christian hip-hop for you. And this is going to be a pretty big contrast to the minimalism you just heard, because also by nature, I don't know how to do anything small. You'll hear that in the music. The song you're going to hear, Not Against Flesh and Blood, it is currently unreleased while we are waiting on finalizing the Mid to late 80s style, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, fully animated cartoon music video for this. But the album, this is the title track from the album, Not Against Flesh and Blood. You can see the artwork there behind Sparky. The concept for this started in 2014, and some of the musical strains even earlier than that in 2007. So it's been a long time in the making. It's been a long time coming. But the message is, and this goes with what Nick was saying even in his song, where I like to point to the answer. It's not about humans fighting humans. It's about getting rid of the demons and the spirits that are causing humans to be inhumane. And so if we can fight not against flesh and blood, not against each other, but against those spirits and those demeanors and temperaments that are causing the physical battles, we can get rid of a lot of this. So similar message, different direction.
Well said, dude. You're absolutely fantastic, man. And it's a great way. And you go.
By the way, the video you're gonna see is what's called an animatic. It's just like the sketch artwork storyboard of the animated video, but not animated. So that's what's today.
Justin Reyna, if you don't know, you're just about to know. He's absolutely a very special man. It's not his first time on the show this week for a reason. Sit back and enjoy Not Against Flesh and Blood, second last song of the evening. Back and enjoy. One love.
We all got different ideas of what we think a Christian is, but when we use them to partition, the real question is, are we wholly set apart or wholly messing with, insinuating our mistaken self-righteousness? First the rapper says he's Christian, then the next thing out his mouth is how he's putting up his hand and how he's shutting people out that used to know him as a no one. Now he's putting up his snout the way they used to do to him when he was just a little scout. He says forget about those friends, they're acting fake because he made it. Seems they're working for the mines, but their deposits have been spaded. Now they're jaded, misbehaving, doing just what they've been shown. Mimic the world and chase the money, fame, the tales of every code they might have known one day in yearbooks when the things they wrote were written in a tone markedly different. Now they're getting written off. What's the point? It's not our job if they come at us to throw stones, but point to God and help them find him instead of sitting on his throne as if we have the gavel, so we make them reap what they have sown.
We fight back, we fight hard, but it's not against flesh and blood. We fight back, we fight hard, but it's not against flesh and blood. We fight back, we fight hard, but it's not against flesh and blood. No, it's not against flesh and blood. No, it's not against flesh and blood.
No judgment and vengeance are not our place, and remunerating payback shouldn't be our aim. Instead we ought to wage war with the compassion and grace that we as Christians claim are traits that we contain but don't seem to exhibit. How do you explain all of my saying this about them? Does it make them plain? Instead of honor who they are and honor who God made and gave gifts of wordsmithery one by name? Are we insane? He didn't divvy out endowments so we could break them down. You wanna complain and make allowance for the denigration living in your mouth? We need a better aim, or the result is gonna be another bullet that we put into our foot and be astonished every time we try to run but only limp across the line, if we can even find it in our spine with all the backstabbing.
We fight back, we fight hard, but it's not against flesh and blood. We fight back, we fight hard, but it's not against flesh and blood. We fight back, we fight hard, but it's not against flesh and blood. No, it's not against flesh and blood. No, it's not against flesh and blood.
No gun, no knife? Right. Your mouth is two fists. Here comes the real twist. Let's shed some real light. I'm hearing brothers quoting Mary, Mary, take these shackles off my feet, but still they cussing out their mouths. I guess the shackles on their teeth. It's what comes out, not what goes in, that makes a man unclean. The devil knows this, so the things I heard he hoped I would believe. To be deceived and think the water I was hearing wasn't salt. To be offended and combat someone who never was at fault. I looked up the lyrics later, every word was to exalt the Lord on high by taking strides to put enslavement to a halt. To break the bondage set upon us by the demons Satan sends to drive a wedge with the intention of our taking much offense by taking what we know is good or right and turning it around, like knowing fresh and salted water in the same lake can't be found. But here we are now, fishing for trouble in troubled waters, while the jealousy bubbles over. We teeter-totter, temperaments hotter than every cot or iron. Man, we ought to slow off a couple of faults the devil brought on. Cause the devil doesn't care whether we get the story straight. He's far too crooked, he can't be direct, but he sure to know the state of our affairs and come attack us from the flank and with a slant, digging at us where we're grounded with a purpose to implant that only pushes people further from each other so that they just keep competing, digging deeper all alone back in a cave somewhere they huddle to themselves and tell themselves that they feel safe. And that's about the time the devil and his demons come to take what they've been waiting to collect when we're not careful and we let them take possession of our minds by thinking our way is the best or that we're perfect and it's simply just that nobody else gets what we're going through. But you know it isn't true. True.
We fight back, we fight hard, but it's not against flesh and blood. We fight back, we fight hard, but it's not against flesh and blood. We fight back, we fight hard, but it's not against flesh and blood. No, it's not against flesh and blood. No, it's not against flesh and blood.
Ladies and gentlemen, and yep, this is a diverse show. Do you know something? Can't have too much Christian rap. I love it. What a song that is. Let me throw some different people in here. Let's go Glenn and then Don and Kathy. What was your thoughts in the place of the Captain Beers here? Glenn and then Don and Kathy. What was your thoughts? Glenn?
Yeah, Justin, I love the message of the song. And admittedly, rap isn't a genre that I delve in much, but I appreciated the delivery. Really liked the chorus as it built. And the drop towards the end, I think, was a nice break. I don't think you could have got any more words in there, though, man. That was impressive. That was impressive.
Well said, man, well said. Don and Kathy, then Kevin.
Strong lyrics, really strong.
Very good.
It was good. I'm not, like he said, I'm not a hip hop. My kids are, but
Great production.
Good,
Everything
good.
was very well done.
very well.
Yes. Very
Do you know why it's ingrained in most people's brains, like my mum's age, like your guys' age, like to say I don't like.
Hey!
Do you know why?
Hey!
No. Do you know why? Because the majority of it is crap. The stuff that they put out there, it's swearing. It's all the S words, the F words. But see all the clean stuff like Justin and Hermione and other people. It's really special, isn't it?
It's just like it's just like when we were growing up and the music that we were listening to, our parents didn't understand either.
Yeah.
So every generation has their own style.
That's it.
It is what it is. Like the way we dress,
Fantastic. Well said, Kathy.
And I'm not old.
I know you're not. You're, you know what I mean? You're the hottie of the room, but between you and my mum, it's only 2 years. And
We're not old, are we?
What's up? Right, sorry, I'll stop talking shit. Kevin, then Doc. Kevin, you're muted there, sorry. Kevin, then Doc.
I'd broadcast that tomorrow. Seriously, it's so different and so unique. And it also packed a punch as well. And it's just kind of like it's tracks like that need more help, more exposure, because people need to listen to things like that. I think it was a very high production values there as well. Very, very nice lyrics. And also the whole thing was just very nicely tied up in a bow, and it was just easy to understand, simple message. And also it's down to the bones of it. It was just a great record.
Well said. Justin, be sure to send them over the MP3 or the WAV file, and they'll put it in the radio. Doc, then Bing Castle.
Phenomenal production. The message behind it, excellent. You kind of reminded me. I think you did a lot of better job, but of Tom McDonald. And his stuff. I mean, that's what really stuck into my head when you first started off. Loved it, guy. Just loved it. Keep it up. I mean, just phenomenal.
Well said. Benjamin?
That's a really powerful message and song. It was really, really good to hear. Your delivery of the lyrics is great. The rhythms and the articulation, you can really hear every word. It was great production.
I got to credit all of my percussion instructors growing up for the rhythm, and then all of my theater, like speech and diction coaches for being able to say that clearly that quickly.
Hey, you're a special talent, man. So you are.
Impressive.
Also, our next guest. What's your thoughts there about that?
Yeah, great. Yeah, like I say, the words were good, loads of them, and I'd love to be able to sing that fast. I'd like to listen to it again so I could like see, the actual words and get the story behind it. But the rhythm, where it stops, starts, it builds up. Yeah, love it.
Well said,
Thank
well
you.
said. Justin? See, tomorrow, Johnny, I'll write you an article and see inside it the playlist of all the YouTube songs so you can listen to them without any lagging. That's the only downside about the online
Yeah,
show.
cool.
You don't hear it perfect, but it just gives you a reason to go and check out the.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, Justin Rayner, till the next time, dude. Love you, man.
Thank you.
Hey, and if you haven't seen Justin's video of his stunt performances,
Oh, he's my special
You need
guy.
to
He's only
check
one
it
every
out.
week. You'll see a lot more of this, man. Right, so from Tennessee, I was back over to England for the final song of the evening. Johnny Deptford, it's a live recording we've got of you. Introduce yourself and the story behind your song, 10 Minutes.
Johnny Deptford. It's not me. It's the band name.
Band, right, okay.
I'm the guitarist in it. There's four of us. Tim vocals, me, John guitar, B, Nick bass, and one only Josh Gent on the drums, which is great. We've been going for about 20 years. We had a little hiatus. 10 Minutes is a track we wrote 18 years ago with two of the original members who are not playing with us anymore, but always remembered Gog and Simon Harris. So we used to play this song live all the time, all around South London and all the London gigs. We never really recorded back then, but we recorded our album debut on Johnny Deptford last year. This one got chucked on it. It's just kind of straight in your face, is what it is. And live version of it is not as well produced as some of these tracks you just played. But please check out the recorded version. It's clear, but it's got the passion behind it.
So, Johnny, we'll get you back on in a few weeks' time for one of your recorded songs. Sit back and enjoy John from the Johnny Deptford Band. So that's a mistake. It's because you're a newbie. Please forgive me, brother.
No worries.
Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen. Short and sweet. 2 minutes 23. One love. Do you know, there's different ways. This is the most positive way to look. Imagine how good it is now. That's an 18-year-old video, man. Do you know what I mean? Johnny.
That was a more recent one. That was.
What was it? Was it?
Yeah, that was a couple of months ago at a Deckfest festival we played. But and it was recorded on a GoPro as well as an iPhone. So yeah, it didn't come out bad.
I really should pay attention, shouldn't I? I just talk garbage sometimes. But hey, Johnny, what a
That's
marvellous
all right.
track. Let's hear what my captains have got to say. Captain Steve Greenbeard, then Mark, first of all. I'll let everyone say something. It's the last part of the show. You say anything about the show if you want. Steve, then Mark.
John, I thought that was great. I happen to love like live performance and the energy that you had there. And it was, to me, it was just rocking. It was punk as well. It was everything. It was, you could see in like the audience. It was transmitting the rock energy to the people
Yeah.
up there, and it was like it was a moshing. It was everything that
There was
is
energy.
into rock. So I thought it was really great.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well said, well said. Let's go, Mark, then Don and Kathy, if they want to say something.
So you're from South London, Johnny?
Yeah, from Deptford, Greenwich, that sort of area. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a South London lad. Well, lad. I was a lad then. I was the Elephant and Castle.
Oh, just down the road. Yeah. I grew up
Yeah,
around
just down the
all that area,
road.
Bermondsey,
Yeah,
Woolwich.
yeah.
You probably passed through
yeah,
Deptford
mate.
back in the day.
Johnny was a bouncer
Yeah.
back in the day. You wouldn't think it, but he's hard as all, tough as all boots, all Marky boy. He's a bouncer on that.
Oh, yeah, I'm a South London. The South will rise again. Yeah, I loved it. You know, it put me in mind of a lot of bands that were doing the pub rock circuit a while back. A long while back. Bands like Bebop Deluxe and Ian Jury and the Blockheads and all that. Like, it's just got that raw energy. It's rock and roll. So,
What's fine,
glad to
dude?
know
Yeah.
you, brother.
First of many time appearances, hopefully. Don and Kathy, then Nathan.
I thought it was great. The energy was great. I wish I was at the show. I'm sad I missed it.
Next time.
Next time.
Right.
I'm the Florida brother.
We'll
Come
get
on
a
over. We come over to you.
We'll get a festival one of these years. Honestly, one of these
Oh,
times,
now you're
somebody's going to come in
talking.
the room and they'll be a millionaire and they'll say, look, let's do a festival. And I'll say, look, I'll do the hard work. I can get the people there. Do you know what I mean? So
We're up for it.
wait till we get a rich millionaire in the show and we will have our own festival and put it together. Nathan, then Nick, what's your thoughts?
I agree with Steve. You could feel the energy. I've played a number of gigs in venues like that where you've got the crowd right up in your face and you're worried somebody's going to spill a beer over your monitor. They're right in front of you. But that's part of the charm and the magic of that. And like Steve also said, there's definitely rock and roll with a little bit of punk and just full energy, man. That's awesome. And I just want to say, I'm a first generation Kiwi. My dad's from London as well, so there we are. We're all
these
English
connections.
somehow, aren't we?
We're all back there.
We're all one. See, in Glasgow, there's people that I know that's from Chinese heritage and from African heritage, and they talk like me. They talk Scottish because they're brought up there. It doesn't matter where. If a white person's brought up in China, you'll talk. You will talk like a China person, and we're all the same. Nick, then Glenn, what's your thoughts?
Well, I want to echo what everyone else said. The punk influence is really obvious, and it is a feeling. The video, it's very live and very raw, and I like that. But it definitely comes across as sort of is there a London equivalent to CBGB's? I mean, it's great. I like it.
Yeah,
it's a little
Yeah.
venue down on the south coast called the Pig. That's where that was. So it's been
It
there
is
for years.
remarkable. I'd like to mention it's remarkable how many of us have British heritage in this particular night. It's weird.
Hey, we did take over the world once upon a time, Nick. I don't know if you know that or
I think
not.
it's true. How less bloody.
I'm the one to brag on that. To be honest, Scotland wasn't a part of it. We fought against the English team. I'm like,
I know. I'm still drinking it.
Glenn and then Benjamin. Glenn.
Punk lives. I mean, that was just in your face. Admittedly, I couldn't understand a word that he's saying, but I didn't need to. I mean, I loved it. I mean, it was a blast. It was a blast. I appreciate you sharing it. And keep rocking.
Well said.
We will.
Well
Great.
said. Benjamin, then Doc. Doc.
That was fun song. It reminded me of being out at a park with a whole bunch of skinheads and skaters.
Yeah, that's the vibe we're trying to get. Just live in your face, have fun, bang it out there.
They're just wild. There's a band down in Cornwall that's like they're called the Big Sets. That get around for their money, like they're wild as a heather as well. Benjamin, will you be back on next week? Then you come back on again. Did you enjoy this experience?
Yeah.
Huh?
Love to. Thank you.
Cool. I'll give you a list of times and dates for next week then. Doc, then Kevin.
Great punk rock, dude. It took me back to when my band was playing back in the 80s with bands, and it was phenomenal, dude. You captured it perfectly. I always say things come back. It's circle of life, dude. And I think the music back from the 70s, 80s, 90s are coming back strong. So
Yeah, nice one. Appreciate it.
great job, bud. Great job.
Well said. Kevin and then Justin. What's your thoughts there, gents?
I'm going to say that was down and dirty and grimy. It was a wall of sound that just hits you in the face, and that's exactly what rock should be.
Yeah.
So I've got no complaints there whatsoever. It was pure raw energy, and that's just basically what you need. As someone mentioned CBGBs earlier, I've got to say that I think the British version of that would be Dublin Castle in Camden. But
Yeah.
but
You've
that's
been there once or twice. Yeah, agreed.
it's and it's kind of like yeah, I just think that kind of atmosphere just suits you down to the ground.
Nice one.
Hey, John,
Appreciate
what
it.
do you say about this? Come back on next week with the studio version, even if it's just Spotify or something. Right? Yeah, come back on again next week.
No, we'll do, yeah.
Yeah,
Different vibe, but still good.
Justin, final compliment of the evening. What was your thoughts there, my dude?
Yeah, thank you for reminding me that punk music exists. Like 1994, the Punkorama CD, like that was one of my favorite albums of all times growing up as a kid, like with Offspring and Rancid and Gashuffer and whatnot. I would love to hear a fully produced version of this so I can understand the words. But yeah.
Yeah, that was a
Sure.
very raw version, but I'm glad you liked it. Recorded on the
Yes.
GoPro at the back
Hey,
of the
Johnny.
venue.
Johnny, you sent me that the day, and it was not made for kids and all that. It couldn't even play it to start with. And, the next time.
The techie side of Johnny Deptford, not the best baby, but we're getting there.
But honestly, that was Johnny Deptford. What a great show this has been.
Thank
93
you.
minutes. It's not been so long tonight. Everybody loves you to bits. I just have to stop this now. So I'll stop the speaker cam over there. It doesn't matter. But this one, we want world peace. If peace signs in the air, I'm not stopping the show. World peace. Let's hope for it. You too, Ben. Come on, you got a peace sign up. Yeah.